Hi, friends, and welcome. On today's adventure, we're staying home. We're staying right here in the great state of Michigan. We're going out for its youth and liberty and early antlerless deer season. Yeah, it's kind of a mouthful, but what it cooks down to is opportunity. Opportunity for two of our young guns to go out and try to do their part to put some food in the family freezer. Kyle Jr. and Ian are both in town. They're both wanting to go out deer hunting, and we're going to start with Kyle Jr. headed over to our good friend Mr. Charlie's to try and fill his youth tag before he has to switch gears and go play football Saturday night, at which time I intend to take Ian Lilly, our other grandson, over to some other friends, Mike and Chrissy's place, and try to fill his freezer tag. Hey, I'm your host, Kyle Randall. This is my Wilderness Journal, and we're going out young gunning right now. A lonely barred owl was all we heard sitting there in the darkness waiting for shooting light. And then, over against the trees, a handful of deer were working their way up in our general direction. It was still too early to tell just exactly what we were looking at. Certainly a little too early for a responsible shot, but hopefully they'd hang around. Or maybe not.
They're leaving. Doe and two fawns. Is that what you saw? Keep your eyes open. That fog makes it a little tough to see. But
The fog that morning was making it tough to see, and all we could do really was wait for the sun to come up and hopefully burn it off. And when it finally did clear enough to see the other side of the field, we realized there was a bunch of deer over there, too.
see them over there, no?
I see him. I think I see more deer as well.
There's more than that. There's deer down behind those down trees, too. If you watch close, you can see them moving around. I count at least 5.
Yeah,
How many?
5.
Yeah. See any antlers?
No.
It's kind of far away. It's hard to tell, but there's no beaker. They need to come this way a long way, so
Long, long ways.
how far you figure that is?
300 yards.
Oh, at least. Yeah, they gotta get a lot closer. Another deer just come out.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them.
That's a turkey.
You,
I see turkey.
you see a turkey.
Yeah, right there. That's Tom.
Gee, I wonder where I ought to go turkey hunting.
Exactly.
5 big toms there. Back to deer hunting. We'll turkey hunt another day. That's some pretty good toms there.
I spot you.
There's deer coming out down by that dead
I
tree.
see.
I think the people across the road are moving and it's spooking them deer. They're still up in there right by the trees, but they're looking out at the road. They're moving around. It looks like they're getting ready. Yep, something's spooking them. They're going into the woods. But that doesn't mean they won't pop out right over here.
Hopefully.
Just gotta keep your eyes up in that corner where those turkeys came out. That's a real common place for critters to come and go.
Okay.
Real common place.
We sat quietly watching the sun try to cut through the morning fog, and then something did pop out in the aforementioned corner. That same group of big toms walked out from that corner. I did tell Kyle, though, just keep watching. One of the great things about hunting out at Mr. Charlie's is that there's always something going on, some kind of wildlife to entertain you. We sat enjoying the show until Kyle's hunger started getting the best of him. In fact, he had just brought up breakfast again when...
Deer coming, right there. Deer. Get your gun, get your gun. Stop.
No, don't run over there.
Put your gun out. Just see where they go.
Which one?
Well, the first one and the last one. There's 2 does, 2 fawns. Bah. Well, there's too many fawns around her. We're close, man. We'll get a chance. We will. We'll get a chance. Good job.
We were close, but when it's not right, friends, it's just not right. There's absolutely no reason to rush a shot on a hunt like this, and Kyle wasn't done yet either. Mr. Charlie had already graciously invited us to come back tomorrow, so I threw Kyle in the truck, ran him over to meet with his folks so he could get ready for his game, and then circled back to the house just in time to meet Ian and head back out to the woods.
Are you ready? It's pretty warm, I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. There's a lot of deer sign in here. Mike says there's a lot of deer. Go through this corner, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes were the only thing we saw the first hour.
Plenty of them blood vultures around now, ain't there?
But after sitting still for quite a while, we noticed a deer bedded down through the woods about 100 yards away. We watched until she got up and fed in the opposite direction. And then...
See that one?
Yeah,
There's something over there she don't like. There's something over there, a bobcat or a coyote or something. Whatever it is, she don't like it. She's trying to figure out what that is.
And then for whatever reason, she turned and started heading toward us. If she kept on that trail, Ian was going to have to make a decision.
I mean, it's your deal. If you want her, you can take her, but
she's young.
she's not going to get much meat out of that one.
No. Oh yeah. Looks too young.
Yeah, she does look pretty young. See her leaving.
Yep, there she goes.
Ian decided to pass. I agreed with Ian's decision to pass that young doe. He certainly could have harvested it, but he told me before we started he was looking for something a good deal more mature. He was looking to put a sizable dent in the family's freezer, and I think that's the biggest reason he passed that deer, and I'm pretty sure it's the reason he passed the one that walked in behind us 5 minutes later. Mike was absolutely right. There were some deer moving through that corner of his woods, and just because Ian elected to pass both of those young does that evening, it didn't mean that he was done either. It just meant that come the morning, we'd all three be hunting together. Just after first light, I noticed a deer out in the even thicker fog that second morning. This appeared to be a young spike buck. But there was no way to take a safe shot at it, even if we'd have wanted to. There was no way to tell what might be on the other side of it. All we could do was sit and wait, hopefully when the sun came up.
He might be right there somewhere. We just can't see him. He's got 2
And when it finally did, it was beautiful. But there weren't any deer. When that fog finally cleared, it was a beautiful day, sunny and warm, a light breeze. Unfortunately, there weren't any deer still on their feet, and that meant come the afternoon, we were down to our last hunt, our last couple of hours for all of us. Friends, we were running out of time.
It's the last night.
Yeah.
3 hours left. All we need is a couple of deer. We've been like that close
So many
a
times.
whole bunch of times. Now we gotta close the deal. But I got the right guys for the job in the blind. I'm confident you guys get this done. And if you don't, we agree we're gonna blame Grammy. Right?
Well, it had to be somebody's fault.
There's some turkeys in the field as well.
See him, Kyle.
Yeah. I see it.
Them turkeys are leaving in a hurry. Keep your eyes open. Maybe something else is coming.
We sat watching the turkeys get closer and closer. This certainly wasn't our target species, but it was very good practice just sitting still and remaining undetected.
Just keep your eye on that spot. Like I said, deer come out there a lot. Pretty good trail right out there.
I was just whispering to the boys to keep their eyes on the spot where the turkeys had worked out into the field, because we oftentimes see deer come out of there as well when a doe and a fawn were working their way out about 120 yards up the hill.
Tell me when I can pull my gun.
Just relax. There's no reason to get in a hurry.
Share it to Kyle.
She's right at the limit of how far you can shoot right now. You gotta take them closer. I don't think they're gonna shoot. They're going the other way.
They were already a little far for Kyle to take a shot, but certainly well within Ian's wheelhouse. Now we needed to make another decision.
It's an awful long ways.
I kind of want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. But yeah, so do I. But
And then we decided to pass. We certainly knew we were running short on time, but we were gonna wait. At well over 100 yards, that deer was definitely out of Kyle's wheelhouse, but I think he and Ian both agreed she wasn't mature enough to take a run at, and I also think that they had made a decision based on reality. The other reality, however, was that meant we just had a couple of hours left in this weekend hunt. Fortunately, we were still seeing some deer.
What are you doing? Look right there.
looking around to see.
Right by that down tree.
Yeah.
There's another one just come out by him. Looks like a pond. That's a little buck.
That is a young buck.
Yeah. Yell at him, Kyle. Say, come here, deer.
There was a spike buck and another young deer standing across the field,
A little too far away, I think. Just a little bit.
but they were much too far out to take a shot even if we'd wanted to.
We should sneak over.
All we could do for now was watch and hope maybe they or some other deer would come out a whole lot closer.
Can you see him over there?
But when a second spike buck came out and joined the first two deer, it started to feel like deja vu all over again. All of the deer were sticking to the far side of the farm.
That's a little far. Yeah.
We needed deer to get a whole lot closer if either of the boys were ever going to have a reasonable shot.
What's about four?
But unfortunately, at least for the moment, it didn't look like anything was headed their way. For whatever reason, all of the deer we were seeing were staying all the way over on the other side of the farm, well out of both of the boys' range. And I have to admit, as we watched the sun go down, I was thinking our chances are ticking right down with it.
Maybe four. 1, 2, 2.
Several more deer had come out on that far fence line, and we were certainly ready. Unfortunately, they just didn't seem to want to work their way across the field.
What's this deer way over here?
A 7.
That had to come from our side. You guys didn't see it. That one on the far right. See him all now. Little one, yeah.
In years past, the deer had always come out in our corner of the field and then worked their way out toward the road. This was something totally new. I don't know if it was because of the storm damage, all the downed trees, or just something that was happening, but for whatever reason, all the deer we were seeing were 300 yards across the field. And then when things were starting to look pretty dim, a doe walked out right up in the corner, just like they used to.
She's looking, just sit still. Okay, get your gun on her.
Now it was up to Kyle.
When you're ready. You hit her.
Good shot. Look, you hit her right behind the shoulder there to me.
You hit her. Nice job, dude. Looked good in the camera.
That looked good.
How did it feel?
It felt nice.
Yeah? You pretty
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice job. Told you,
Thank you.
wait for good things. Wait.
Kyle had made a great shot, and I was absolutely sure that deer didn't go anywhere. She'd soon be in hand. In fact, I had just motioned to both the boys they could get up and stretch a little bit when I looked over and I had to jerk them to a stop. Unbelievably, several more deer were walking out on the other side of the blind. It wasn't 2 minutes after Kyle shot, and there were deer walking out right alongside our blind.
It's getting dark if we're going to get this done. Hold on, I got an idea. Just bring your gun in real easy.
Unfortunately, the deer was too far to the right for Ian to get a shot. We needed to try something else, quick.
Easy. Okay, now if she'll turn, she's clear, but she needs to turn a little bit out.
Yes, I know.
Turn back. Yep. There's a fawn behind her. Okay, right there. Can you get her there?
Oh, yeah.
Drilled her. Nailed that one, buddy. Look here. Nice shot with 6 minutes left. 2 deer.
Yes. Go.
Scored that one. Look at all them deer. Charlie wasn't kidding when he said he needed some doe shot out here. Look at all them deer. Both of you. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
It was a good shot.
Thank you. Hey, nice shot yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, it was good. You shot your deer. I thought it was over, you know.
No.
It was time to go see the prizes.
All right, well, let me put a tag on this one. We can go get a light and find yours, right?
Okay.
Hey, nice job, man.
Thank you.
Nice deer. Need a knife?
Yes, please. She's tagged.
Yes, sir. Nice job.
We'll go find that other one before it gets much darker, all right?
Absolutely.
That one's legal. We'll be back.
Oh, run towards the tree.
Yeah, I just do. All right, take a look.
You guys see anything?
No, not yet.
Okay, look for blood. She was hit. She was hit. There's no doubt about it. Okay, hold on. I saw that right by this down tree here. I know I saw. Hey,
Oh, I see
wait, stop. You see it?
Yeah.
I see an eye.
Yep.
Me. Oh yeah. Walk up there. She ain't going nowhere. She's right there. Nice job, man. Good deal. 2 deer in the last 20 minutes of the last hour of the last day of the youth season, the Liberty Hunt. You guys rock. That is awesome. Congratulations. Both of you. I'm serious. This is as fun as I've had on a deer hunt, and I don't remember when. It's quite a shot too. 85 yards out there.
Thank you.
Cracked her, made one shot. She went, what, 25 yards piled up?
Yeah.
Yeah, get your tag out. Yeah, he's like, this is pretty cool.
Like, oh, yeah.
Your gun's open, right? It's empty?
Yes, it is.
All right, set it off to the side. Nice job, man.
Thank you.
It's a nice deer, Kyle. It's a great shot.
Thank you. That was fun.
Was it?
Sure was.
It was fun for me.
Congratulations, Ian and Kyle. 2 deer in the last half hour of our hunt. I have to tell you, in my world, there is no more satisfying view than the success of a young person. And I truly want to thank Kyle Jr. and Ian for letting their old pa go along and enjoy their moment. I really do get a kick out of seeing them youngsters succeed. And I know that for years to come, I can send them out to feed me. Hey, I want to thank Mr. Charlie again. We certainly want to thank Mike and Chrissy, all of our landowners, without whom these hunts wouldn't even be possible. Friends, I hope you got your youngster out there. I hope you enjoyed the moments just like we did. And hit or miss, I hope you get back out there and try it again. And who knows, you might just bump into me out there, because I got a couple of granddaughters that are still holding paper, if you take my meaning. Hey, and if we see you out there, you know we're going to stop and share that cup and a fire. And if I don't see you out there, friends, I'll be waiting for you right back here so we can share another adventure from my Wilderness Journal.